Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, and today I am back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. Today we find ourselves in the city of Lothal, which is just in ruins right now, as you can probably tell from the flames and the fire and the that this has clearly been attacked previously. And so what we're going to be seeing here is the follow-up attack on this First Order base on Lothal, and the resistance will obviously be the ones attacking. So if I can find the resistance, there we go. These guys basically surround this compound, which is already fairly crippled, and they're trying to basically do the devastating final blow to the surviving First Order troopers who are hiding within. It should be pretty epic. The resistance forces have a variety of guns, and they're obviously surrounding from many different directions, which will definitely help their cause. The First Order themselves have street block after street block barricaded. They have free-roaming troopers, and they have stagnant troopers. They also have machine gun emplacements, things like that. And then the final shebang is this massive super fortress right here, which should be pretty tough to capture, but I think the resistance could possibly do it. And then this vehicle bay over here. So should be rather fun. I'm excited for this video. I hope you guys are too. Let's get it started. Alrighty then, you bad Larrys. Let's go ahead and press start. Alright, resistance begins moving forward. Oh, we already got shots coming out over here, it looks like, as the resistance closest to the inner city begins to fire at some of the First Order troopers directly across from them. Looks like the resistance are getting a good amount of fire out and not losing really any troopers here. Good for them. Let's see. Oh, but the First Order isn't losing too many troopers themselves. Maybe a couple. First Order do have a bunch of these flame troopers all around. That's possibly why there's so much fire all over the map as it is. But that potentially could help out the resistance quite a bit. We see quite a number of soldiers going down now, though, as the resistance fighters are really pegging them pretty good here, though. They are starting to mount up some losses on their end. Let's check over here as well. More resistance fighters going up against the First Order over here, taking out this machine gun nest almost immediately. And it looks like they took out a couple of guys in this little courtyard over here, but these guys are definitely losing a lot of troopers. Alright, let's check in on other realms of this battle. These guys just now sort of sallying forth. These troopers over here, looks like perhaps there was a First Order trooper over that way. These guys coming in to this block, looks like they've taken out a good solid number of First Order troopers and are now beginning to push further and further in, starting to skirmish a little bit with some of these First Order roaming troopers over here, getting a few kills on them, which is good to see. Oh yeah, very nice indeed. Ooh, big collection of resistance bodies over here. Looks like they had some trouble pushing in that way. Let's see, far on the left over here we got resistance troopers sort of gathering up, preparing to go in for bigger assaults. These guys sort of funneling through these ruins over here, receiving a little bit of fire, but not too much. First Order doesn't seem to have been oh, these guys, I don't think they have the range to actually hit them, except for this sniper trooper, which is kind of interesting. Let's go back over here to where we sort of started this battle. This flame trooper is still alive, and a lot of these resistance troopers are alive too. They did take some losses though. Ooh, flame trooper actually shooting out some flames and a grenade. Looks like he doused a couple of guys there who dropped. Very nice. This could be a solid position to hold with a flame trooper unit. That could be pretty devastating. Over here, some more free roaming First Order troopers, just sort of repositioning themselves, trying to figure out. Don't worry about these doors. When light flashes on them, you get an error text, which is super weird. Yeah, I don't love that, but nothing I can really do about it. Yeah, these troopers over here seem to be taking some losses. It also seems like the sort of vehicle bank area over here is fighting them too, as they sort of funnel into their range, and the resistance has killed a few First Order troopers in that regards as well. That guy ducks from a grenade but gets gunned down pretty good there. Check back in over here. Ooh, our flame trooper unit did end up going down. Looks like he might have gotten a few more kills with the flamethrower, but he did end up dying right there. Looks like this machine gun nest over here shooting through the flames, but he goes down. The secondary gunner does get up to try and help out and take over his position. He starts spamming fire into that tent across the way. Oh, this resistance trooper's right over here. This guy's reloading. Oh, I don't think he has an angle on him, really. That's a shame. Dang shame. More first order soldiers over this way. There's another flame trooper here and here. That's two. Oh, this guy could have an amazing shot. Oh, he's covering this little hole in the defenses over there. That's pretty good. Dude, if you pour fire this way at this entire group, you would be an absolute mad lad legend. Like, you would be such a champ if you managed to do that. Your shock trooper buddies got your back, man. Just take the shot. Take the shot. Maybe they're not close enough. I don't know, but that would be pretty legendary. First order over here seems to be holding very well. Look at this pile up of bodies over this way. Seems like the resistance is really succeeding in some realms, while in others they're failing pretty hard. Over here, I'd say, is the middle ground where it's like 50-50. They're kind of doing okay, but they could be doing a little bit better. Oh, I want to see this flame trooper just douse these guys so bad. That would be sick. Are there more? Oh, there's tons more resistance troopers this way, too. Oh, but it looks like this TIE fighter's wing came off and sort of blocked their entrance here, possibly. That's interesting. That could totally hurt the resistance, because now they are not able to come in this way and flank this flame trooper, so this flame trooper might be able to get some good shots in there. I'm just trying to bring it into the world. I'm trying to say that flame trooper is gonna get these kills, because I really want to see it happen. I think that'd be so sick. Alright, these resistance soldiers barricaded over here. Sorry, these first order soldiers barricaded over here, holding this corner just so nicely. Way to go, guys. These guys don't seem to really be attacking this way. They did clear out one bunker and a couple of first order troopers over here, but they don't seem to want to round this corner and come that way. They'd prefer to just funnel down this death area, but that's clearly not really working out for them. Not one bit. These troopers over here, these resistance troopers, have faltered in their attack just horrifically. They seem to have come to a stalemate right here. Whereas before they were just absolutely cruising on forward, but they've met their maker over this way in the form of this machine gun. So maybe these resistance troopers over here could help by breaking through this way and sort of getting the flank, maybe getting a grenade off or two and then freeing up the other guys around the corner. But I don't know if these guys have enough troopers to do so. They don't really have a ton left, and they've still got more first order soldiers over here they got to deal with. So it might not happen, but it'd be a nice strategy to see. They just might not have the firepower to do so. They've also got a little bit of skirmishing going on with these guys over here. Seems like they're maybe trying to alleviate the pressure for these guys that are funneling down this hill. Not hill, just sort of a narrow gap. I don't know where I got the word hill from. These guys still going down, my goodness. And Flame Trooper still hasn't really leashed his arcs of fire. I want to see that so bad. That'd be so sick. Ooh, big breakaway from this resistance trooper over here. Is trying to gun his way forward, but gets cut down by some laser fire right there. Ooh, more actually coming in and hiding in those doorways. Seems like they might be cutting across from back here or something like that. It's a good thought if they could do that. These guys in here like can't get through, and they're pissed about that. It's so funny. Oh, there's more soldiers actually around this way too. Oh, this thing's rounding off this way. Oh, let's see. Grenades getting thrown over here. Oh, it looks like this guy did end up firing his fire. That's so dope. Oh, there he goes. Yes, boy. Keep her going. This is my favorite. I love the flame troopers. So dope. Oh, and he's getting the grenades off. This man is an absolute mad lad legend. Yes. My boy. What a champ. What an absolute champ. Oh, there he goes again. Ooh. If it was a little bit to the left, that would have been a... Oh my god. These guys just got absolutely doused. Oof. That is, ooh, you hate to see it. That's what I've been wanting this entire time. Alright, you can die heroically now, my friend. Ooh, this laser gun over here did end up going down. That's dangerous. And here we go. The resistance troopers piling through the flank just like I thought they might. Oh, and they got nailed right there. Very nice. That was what we were looking for. That's what we wanted to see. So now we got a breakthrough over this way. If we look at the mini-map, the blue are the First Order troopers. The red are the Resistance troopers. Looks like we got a big pileup of Resistance troopers, like, oh, around this way. Okay, so they broke down this alleyway, and now they're attacking around this corner. Getting chopped up pretty good here. Not really managing to break through, but they're working on it at the very least. First Order seems to have this little section on lockdown for the time being, but the Resistance doesn't have their full manpower this way to quite help out yet. They're still sort of double-checking this side over here. This Flame Trooper's still alive, still shooting his arcs. Oh my god, but he's getting grenaded right now. This could be the end of our boy. Yeah, he's getting grenaded. He ducks out of the way. Ooh, he doesn't get shot. He's getting nicked a little bit here. Yeah, he does go down. Well, he had the people on his flank and coming up on him pretty hard there, but that dude was a champ. He got so many kills. My goodness. Alright, so currently our holdouts for the First Order seem to be this block right here is solid. A little bit of troopers down here, down these alleyways. Then we've got the vehicle depot still, and the fortress is still alive and well. So First Order definitely can pull off this defense if they work hard enough. Where's this door go to? You guys just kind of hanging out in the building? Alright, fair enough. Ooh, but we got a little flank going on over here. We got some Resistance troopers going around the side, getting a little bit of fire out. Maybe probing these First Order defenses here. Try to get a few kills, trying to take out a couple of these dudes. I mean, anything helps, in all honesty. If they can suppress a few troopers, you know, make time for their other guys, anything, it'll do some good. It'll certainly help out a little bit. The Resistance seems to just sort of need to... Well, I'm gonna free these guys. We're gonna... There you guys go. We're just gonna say they pushed it together that way. Because, I mean, there's no troopers here, so we're just, like, letting them free roam here. Oh, they're actually able to get some fire out through that. That's kind of neat. That's a good vantage point. But the same can be said for the First Order, and they'll be able to get some fire out that way, too. What is this? Firing this way? Oh, there's a tiny little alleyway here. That could be a nifty spot to get through. It could be dangerous, but, like, if you had a flanking opportunity at the same juncture as you're throwing men that way, that could definitely be a good way to get some kills here. But yeah, like I was saying, the Resistance seems to need to just, like, pile up their troopers into a bit more of a unified attack, and in doing so, then I think they'll be able to really lay on the heat onto these First Order soldiers. But right now they're just scattered about with squads pretty much in every direction, not all attacking at once. Instead, they're just sort of sending little contingencies of troopers forward. So if they clump together a little better, I think they'll definitely have a solid shot at winning this. But not quite yet. Right now, it's really just minor skirmishing, little shots being fired here or there. These guys sort of like blocking off the alleyways with continuous fire. This is what I'm talking about with the doors. There's cannot load DDS. DXT coded textures must have multiple of 4 dimensions. Yeah, it's just a glitch in the mod. Let's just say that means something to the First Order troopers, and that's why they have it written there clearly. I mean, they wouldn't just not... You know, it makes sense. Don't worry. It makes sense to the First Order. Getting a lot of fire through this little crack here. I don't know if they're getting any kills from it. It's quite a distance. It's mildly doubtful that they actually managed to cop any kills there. Still more skirmishing over on this side. Right now, it's sort of a lull in the overall fighting. It seems like both sides are taking this opportunity to rest up a little bit, and you know, the fighting is still alive to some degree, but not like not intense as the beginning fights. You know, it's settled down a little bit as both sides try to maybe figure out a game plan here, or get a few nice shots on the enemy, and then figure out what they can do from there. I don't know. Yeah, but today was my final day of classes for college, and Tomorrow I have reading day, which is essentially a day you get reserved for studying and things like that. And then I have 4 finals that I have to take through May 9th. And then I'll be home May 9th, that night. And hopefully during the next few weeks when I'm home and over the summer, of course, all throughout the summer, I'll be able to, do a little bit of streaming, get the streams going again, and really commit more time to YouTube, which I think will be really awesome and fun for the channel, and we'll definitely make some improvements and things like that. I'm quite excited for this summer. I'm pretty hyped. I'm also so excited to be done with this semester. Wasn't really my favorite semester, if I'm being completely honest. In previous semesters and years, I've had like certain I've had a group of classes each semester that I'm like excited to go to and I'm excited to learn about and things like that, but this time around I was more just sort of on all of them. I didn't really care too much. There was one class, which was my Age of the Crusades class, that I loved. I was so excited every time I went into that class. And I looked forward to it. And then the rest of my classes, I suppose, I just couldn't be bothered. I mean, I went and all that, but I just didn't care, Which is a shame. It makes getting good grades much harder when you just don't care about courses. And it also just feels like a waste of money, too. When you don't care, it's not something you want to learn about and things like that, but I don't know. I'm very excited for next semester because I'm going to be taking a bunch of cool, fun courses, so hopefully that changes things up because this semester sucked. This was a bad one. Oh, well. Alright, the Resistance is very much so struggling at the moment. They seem to still be relying on this hill to get the majority of their fire out onto the First Order. Though this strategy clearly is not working as the First Order has lost almost no troopers in this region. The majority of them are still alive, or the ones that are dead were killed in other times during the battle and not during that, so I don't know. And then the Resistance keeps on randomly trying to send troopers that way. Oh, why? Why? It looks like another trooper tried that tactic too. You think one First Order soldier, you think you're good enough to take on these like 8 Resistance troopers all huddled together in a room? Maybe if you got a grenade off there, but not just straight up rushing through. That's so stupid. Another guy over here trying once more. The Resistance seems to be stuck on the same like 5 tactics. It's truly not working out for them. I'm also kind of surprised they haven't gone for the depot yet, because if they attacked here, they could attack from 2 points here and here, perhaps take them out and then swing to the left, and that could be pretty devastating for the First Order, but Resistance really seems to just sort of be focusing in over here on this alleyway they can't get through. A few troopers have managed to clamber over it, but other than that, they're just sort of stuck here. I don't know. Oh man. Another downfall of the Resistance. Poor leadership. Truly, truly, truly. I don't know, man. I gotta say, I'm a little excited for episode 9 of Star Wars. I'm like a medium excited. Oh, a couple more deaths over here, actually. I think since J.J. Abrams, it'll be a little bit better. Storytelling, better plot, less stupidity involved in the plot. Oh, this is a big push right here. This is what the Resistance needs to start doing, is pushing in from the sides where the First Order is more vulnerable. This is smart. But yeah, I mean, I think JJ will be okay in doing this. He's usually pretty good about these kinds of things. I liked The Force Awakens. I thought it was a good start to the story, and it was an understandable start. It was something they had to do. Take things a little bit slower and, get people back into the groove of Star Wars. But The Last Jedi, you guys know my opinion on it. Not a huge fan. And then that plus sort of Star Wars exhaustion sort of kept me out of the hype for a little bit here. But, I don't know, seeing the trailer for Episode 9 made me a little bit excited. No matter what, it's new Star Wars content, which is cool to see. And it's always nice to get new aspects to the story and things like that. So I'm pretty excited. I think it'll be good. I think it'll, I don't think they can do poor. They cannot have another episode 8. If they have another episode 8, the franchise is as good as done for another 15 years until they inevitably reboot it again. If they do have a good episode, I could see the franchise coming back with some more like Star Wars stories, maybe another trilogy in like 5 to 10 years, something like that. But if episode 9 is bad and they pull another Last Jedi, then I do not see it doing, like, the franchise as a whole doing well for quite some time, which is a shame because, I mean, Star Wars, and I want the franchise to do well. I really, really do. But sometimes it's just it's tough being a Star Wars fan these days. It's tough. Well, this guy's sneaky beaky over here with his little rifle. As he sneaks forward a little bit. The First Order definitely has a solid lockdown on this little block here. Like, this is a good position for them. They're holding it. I'm kind of surprised, actually. It doesn't look like a place where they'd especially be capable of holding. You know, it's kind of weird. It's somewhat open, and there's multiple angles of attack that the Resistance can come from, but the First Order is just... They just got it on lockdown, man. Like, it's just weirdly working out for them. So, I mean, good for them. Way to go. Like, but it just seems odd, you know? I could totally see the interior of the base holding out like this, but this area, really? It's kind of strange, but either the Resistance is just not doing their thing, or the First Order is just really, really crushing it, you know? I do kind of wish the Resistance in episode 7 and 8 was different from the Rebels in some way. And even after, they were like, oh yeah, we're the Rebels now. Like, I thought that was so boring to not have, like, an entirely new faction. I like the First Order okay. They're probably my least favorite, like, Stormtrooper-style unit, if you know what I mean. In terms of, like... Oh, that was a good grenade! Who did that? Oh! There's a dude in there. Hello! Strange. Like, if you know what I mean, like, you got clone troopers, stormtroopers, First Order, Old Republic troopers, like that style of armor unit. First Order is definitely my least favorite, but I don't hate it. It's okay. Maybe if I was a kid and I saw it, I'd like it a lot better, but like, you know, growing up with the clone troopers, I love the clone troopers and the stormtroopers too. Clone trooper armor, phase 2 clone trooper armor is probably my favorite armor. Phase 1 clone trooper armor is probably my second favorite. Then comes stormtrooper armor, then comes Old Republic armor, then comes First Order armor. So it does find itself at the bottom of the barrel, but it's not awful. Like, I can tolerate it. I'd give it a solid like C plus maybe. The face is a little weird, and it's a clear rehash of original stormtrooper armor, trying to like hop in a little bit of that nostalgia there, I would say, but I can live with it. I think it's okay. The First Order did end up destroying these Resistance troopers down this hallway in that building. I'm genuinely kind of surprised that they pulled that little shindig off. That was well done, you know. I was kind of doubting them sending all these troopers down here, but man, they did it, and they took out a number of Resistance troopers in doing so. So good for them. Good for them. There's still a bunch down this hallway and over here too. And the First Order certainly is losing soldiers over here, but they're killing way more Resistance troopers than they're losing Stormtroopers. Are these guys, like, still stuck? I mean, the Resistance really is, like, almost their entire... We're just gonna open up this, Alright, they got, like, a ship to come in and remove this blockage here and pull it aside. So now the Resistance can finally push in, because I kind of, to be honest, want to see how this battle goes if the Resistance uses more than 5% of their army. And it looks like they are getting caught up in a terrible, terrible storm of bullets right now, and they're losing a lot of troopers, but they're continuing to funnel more and more soldiers down this little alleyway here. And if they keep it up, they'll eventually break through. But for now, they're experiencing some terrible, terrible losses. First Order troopers really getting suppressed pretty bad here. There goes a sniper. Some more E11 troopers still firing away. The back lines seem to be holding up actually quite well. There's a flame trooper here too, so if the resistance does manage to get a little bit closer, that guy could hit him with the old shebang and do quite a bit of damage there. But now we got the resistance finally drudging their way on through. I know I'll get the classic complaining about me moving units and moving structures and stuff for the battle, but quite frankly, keep it to yourself, I don't care. Alright, so the resistance really making a huge push forward here. I hope this flame unit gets some kills, gets his licks in. I love the flame units. They are some of my absolute favorites whenever they're used. I gotta use some clone trooper flame units, to be honest. I don't think there are in the game any clone trooper flame units, but I mean, I could just... I hope this would work. I think it might, is I could just take the flame pack and the flamethrower off this guy and give it to a clone trooper. Or I could even use a World War II flamethrower from the Germans or the Americans or whatever. There'd definitely be a way to strap a flamethrower onto the back of a clone trooper and get him going. Oh, he got a little bit of fire out. I don't think he ended up hitting anyone. Dang, at least he got something out. So yeah, I think I gotta do some clone trooper flame units. That'd be fun. Either way, resistance finally pushed through this blockade. Lost probably 100 troopers in that entire battle there fighting them. That was a lot of loss there. Now the final base back here is getting into the mix here. Ooh, another flame unit. Oh my god, how many of these did I put in? Oh my goodness. He got a couple kills there, not bad. Oh, okay, that was a little dodgy, and he died. Oof. At least he got a couple kills, more than that last guy. Alright, resistance finally entering into the base here. What about these side defenses from the... Yeah, these guys, they even have a flame unit. These guys are getting involved with a little bit of side fire. Not too much, they're kind of restricted in their range of fire, but they're getting a little bit out there. First Order on the interior of base, they've got a lot of troopers still, and they'll be able to hold this down, I think, for at least a little while here, as we see the resistance sort of coming on in here. They're getting these easy kills first, getting them out of the way, and then the hard kills will come, though. For sure. There's no doubt about it. Yep, here comes the First Order wall of fire pouring into that little choke point that the resistance has as an entrance, and the resistance surprisingly getting a good amount of fire off at them, and the First Order not getting a whole lot of kills here. Ooh, they're even losing a few troopers themselves. I kind of expected a little bit more of a showing from this defensive position, but they don't seem to be pulling through with a lot of kills. Kind of a shame to see. Oh yeah, First Order definitely taking the hurt now. This base could be lost. This could be a no-go, but there's still the armory in which the First Order could potentially hold out for the remainder. So you know, they don't have to hold this main base as long as they do have the armory left over at the end. Oh, there's this little... I didn't know this existed. This little hut. Interesting. There's a few free-roaming First Order troopers still sort of like hiding around the base too. Wow, Resistance didn't lose a lot in the interior, actually. I expected them to lose a whole bunch, but they really, really didn't. They really, really didn't. Well, there's still time. I mean, there's like a couple of First Order troopers like hiding in this barrel. What? Guys. Excuse me? And there's still this one guy here who gets gunned down pretty readily right there. Oh, these guys right here. They came out of their barrel. They got one kill. Got a grenade off. Why would you move into the view of the entire Resistance army there, bud? That was quite foolhardy, and these guys did the dumbest thing they possibly could. Wow, that was a poor showing right there. Alright, so the Resistance has won this part of the battle, but there's still the armory over here, which has a solid amount of troopers actually left over here. Gotta admit, this could be kind of tough. Let's see, let's send a squad down this way just to get the fight sort of started here. if you will. First Order does have a machine gun there. They've also got some free-roaming troopers within these buildings. Oh, maybe they're not free-roaming. I'm not totally sure. Wait, there's more fire going on? Oh, it was that one... Oh, there's actually a couple of First Order troopers back here. And apparently they decided to start firing. Oh, this fight over here is starting to take place. Oh, I don't think the machine gun is... I think it's built to fire this way, and it's at its limit for its rotation right now, so it's unable to help out. That doesn't really make sense, so we'll rotate it around so it can help, I guess. Considering we did help out the resistance a little bit, we'll open it up. He did end up dying either way. He did get a few shots out at the very least. Yeah, the armory defense is going down pretty hard right now. They're just not pulling through quite like they were before. Almost all of these guys have gone down. There's still one soldier sort of juking the resistance currently, but I don't imagine he'll get any kills or last very much longer. Not in his current state, really. He got a shot off. Props to him for trying. He does end up going down without a kill. Oof. Oof. Oofs on top of oofs. A noof is a noof. Alright. Resistance pushing in. Taking a little bit of fire from these last remaining First Order troopers. First Order's really starting to struggle with getting kills here. Like, it's just not happening for him. Here's a machine gunner, though. This guy could do some damage. Oh, but he is getting attacked from the other side, and he drops due to that. That's a real shame right there. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Not a lot of First Order soldiers remaining. Group of 3 over here just loses 1. They're down to 2. There's still 1 on that wall over there, and there's some in that building still. There's also a couple in the base itself that could manage to get a few licks in before they go down, but these exterior defenses are starting to crumble bit by bit here. They just don't have that power that they used to. There goes the interior there. The troopers sort of guarding this part of the base could get a few more kills, but at the moment, it's not looking too good. Uh-oh. Watch out, my friend. Oh, one of them grenades right there. There you go. That was nice. Nice one. Uh-oh, these guys might come up and, like, juke them from the top. Oh, this guy rushes in. This guy was grenading. There's a couple kills right there. Oh, grenades everywhere. Oh, this ain't good. Yeah, there goes one of the First Order troopers, but this guy manages to pick off a lot of them. He doesn't notice that guy's still alive, but that First Order trooper's still alive. This guy goes for the grenade and gets beat down, and that is all she wrote. The Resistance does end up winning this battle, but at a great cost. So, red are dead Resistance troopers. Oh, no, wait. Whoops, sorry. Sorry. Alright, red are dead Resistance troopers. Yellow are dead First Order troopers. As you can see, the Resistance, they lost a lot of troopers in various areas. And in certain areas, they did end up doing quite well. Like, I'd say over here, they did quite well. Over here, they did mediocre. Over here, they did mediocre. They did really well in the interior of the base here. They did kind of mediocre over here. All around a mediocre assault by the Resistance. But it was sort of the second wave assault, so they were trying to just, like, commit a decisive blow to the defenders, and that they did. They ended up succeeding. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you indeed did. Let me know if you want to see more First Order versus Resistance, what sort of scenarios you'd like to see. And, yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.